Hello everyone, and welcome back to Acupuncture is My Life. Now, our lines went crazy after the last podcast was posted. And that was discussing your heart may be in danger if you drink too much coffee. And I mean, a global response, huge. I mean, we've had people from Canada, South America. We've had people from the United States and British Virgin Islands contact us. One from Egypt, two from South Africa. There were people from Australia, the Netherlands, Barcelona, France, the UK. I mean, many became nervous after hearing that podcast, but some have spoken with their doctors, and their doctors were in agreement with the discussion from the last podcast. Now, we've gotten tons of questions as to should I drink coffee. We engaged in telehealth sessions discussing it. I mean, the outpour as a result of listening to that podcast was huge. And many grew concerned because coffee, I mean, it's a popular drink globally, and I can understand that. And, part of my response to individuals were there are certain people who should never drink coffee. And just as I'm going to go over that list here, there were some with these symptoms that were shocked and didn't realize coffee was exacerbating these symptoms. I mean, taking it to a whole different level. They had no clue, but now are concerned as to how they're going to wean themselves off of coffee. And even to do that, again, go see your acupuncturist. You'll be surprised, because acupuncture can help with that process. So you'll be surprised. And I mean, coffee's not bad for you. Again, everything in moderation. It doesn't mean that you have to stop drinking. I mean, but to continue drinking 6 or more cups a day, now that you may need to cut back on. I strongly recommend everyone cut back on it. Because just like anything you ingest that may be good for you, may taste great, everything in moderation. And 6 or more cups a day is a bit too much. Now, with the outpour of, calls, emails, private chat sessions, telehealth sessions, many were asking me to speak of different topics related to coffee and their experience. And I'm not going to do that today. I'll just go over a list of, let's say, 10 or 12 symptoms people may be experiencing where it's best that they should never drink coffee. But again, before I jump into it, I have to recommend, and more people are doing it, and they're learning so much about acupuncture. Follow us on every social media platform under Acupuncture is My Life, with the exception of Twitter, which is Acu_is_my_life. And you can even go to the acupunctureismylife.com website, subscribe to our weekly newsletter, tons of information that'll end up in your email box twice a week. You can download the Acupuncture is My Life app at the Google Play Store. You can watch the Acupuncture is My Life YouTube channel. I mean, there's no excuse. There's so much information to your avail, whereas you can learn as to how you or a loved one can benefit from acupuncture. And this is what it's all about, But when it comes to coffee, as I said, to totally stop cold turkey, it depends if you have some of the symptoms that I'm about to discuss. Because coffee's also, and I didn't speak on it in the last podcast, but for you guys out there, it's been found to reduce prostate cancer risk, as well as heart failure risk. It can lower your risk of hearing loss. And drinking your coffee as dry roast may even help you lose weight. But as far as consuming coffee, I don't recommend coffee for people with irritable bowel syndrome. Because caffeine has been known to increase bowel regularity, as well as increasing your chances of diarrhea. People with IBS, when it comes to acupuncture, an acupuncturist can see that as a form of, let's say, stagnant liver qi overacting on a spleen, or a combination of cold and heat, or stomach and intestine fluid deficiency, or even spleen and stomach qi deficiency. It all depends. This is why I say over and over, go see your acupuncturist. Irritable bowel syndrome can be a Yang-Ming syndrome, Tai-Endish syndrome. It can be a myriad of things. So I don't speak in absolute terms when I discuss acupuncture. This is why I say over and over, go see your acupuncturist. Let them diagnose you. Let them do a complete intake and discern the root cause of your problem. Because for the most part, not in its entirety, acupuncturists seek out to treat the root problem, not the branch, as known as the symptom. Sometimes treating the branch can allow or assist the body in resolving the root problem. But another group of people I don't recommend drink coffee are individuals with glaucoma. Because when you consume coffee, your intraocular pressure increases. And if you have glaucoma, that's a problem. That can be a problem. So you may want to consider avoiding coffee as much as possible. If you do consume some, like very little, like a small cup, and maybe just go through a half of that small cup if you can. Another is individuals with overactive bladder. Because drinking coffee will send you to the restroom more than normal. And people taking long trips, drinking coffee, it can be an inconvenience constantly looking for a restroom. So if you ever plan on taking long trips and you have an urge for coffee, seek out an alternative. Seek out a form of healthy snack, that can replace that cup of coffee. Now, another set of people are people with heart conditions like arrhythmias, because caffeine temporarily increases blood pressure and heart rate. So if you have a pre-existing heart condition, it's best that you sit with your acupuncturist, because some arrhythmias an acupuncturist can diagnose as deficient qi in blood, failing to nourish the heart, or even deficient yang, failing to warm the heart, as well as heart yin deficiency with empty fire disturbing the heart can also lead to arrhythmia. But nothing is absolute here. I'm just speaking of possible diagnosis. Sit with an acupuncturist. Allow for him or her to assess you and determine what may be best for you as a recommendation. I mean, acupuncturists don't force you to do anything. Yeah, we'll give recommendations. And sometimes Eastern nutrition counseling, which most acupuncturists offer, we definitely offer it here at Acupuncture's My Life. Adjusting your diet to compensate for discontinuing coffee consumption. This is why we have the Eastern Nutrition episode of Acupuncture My Life that runs once a week. And so many people contact us with tons of questions, and they've learned something, because with health being wealth, you are what you eat. So this is important. Another recommendation are for women who are pregnant. It's suggested that you limit your caffeine intake to no more than 200 milligrams per day, which is about, I'd say on average, 2 cups of coffee. But if you can just do 1 cup and live with that, if you have to, if you can avoid it altogether, that's even better. Because you want to minimize the risk of miscarriage, premature labor, low birth rate. Sit with an acupuncturist or your doctor, your obstetrician, to discuss caffeine intake. See what they say. It's all about being proactive. Because here at Acupuncture's My Life, we're here for you. And this is why we offer so much information to our audience. And if they have any questions, they can contact us. And it's so much easier to just simply download the Acupuncture's My Life app from the Google Play Store and just 24 hours engage in private chat sessions. Another is young ladies that are breastfeeding, because caffeine is a stimulant. It's a diuretic. Whereas accompanying that with breastfeeding, you're increasing your risk for dehydration. It's another reason to consider backing off of coffee altogether if possible. And if you need a little help doing it, again, contact your acupuncturist or contact Acupuncture's My Life to talk about it. A set of people that I recommend avoiding coffee are people with sleep disorders. Because to an acupuncturist, sleep disorders can range from liver qi stagnation or phlegm heat disturbance, as well as disturbance of stomach qi or lack of communication between a heart and kidney, even heart and spleen deficiency or heart and gallbladder qi deficiency. I mean, I can go on and on. This is why I say, see your acupuncturist. And making that adjustment to your sleep pattern to help you get a better night's sleep plays a part in you attempting to reach for that cup of coffee after a poor night's sleep. You may unconsciously find yourself avoiding it after just a few sessions with your acupuncturist. Because continuing to reach for that cup of coffee, having that coffee habit perpetuates a cycle of poor sleep and fatigue. I mean, even drinking coffee in the afternoon, it can affect your sleep quality. So you definitely want to avoid coffee at least 6 hours before it's time for you to go to sleep. See if you could switch over to tea, like some green tea, decaffeinated green tea, chrysanthemum tea, white tea, as an alternative. This is why I say contact Acupuncture is my life. Follow Acupuncture is my life. Because to engage even in an Eastern nutrition health session, these things will be thoroughly explained to you. Another group of people are people with high levels of anxiety, or those that experience panic attacks, because caffeine is a stimulant and it's going to worsen your anxiety. So with that being the case, you may want to avoid coffee altogether. And your acupuncturist can help you do that. Another group of people are people with diarrhea, which can be due to from the position of an acupuncturist. I mean, this could be due to cold dampness, damp heat, stagnant liver qi overacting on the spleen, or spleen qi deficiency, or even kidney yang deficiency. I mean, the list goes on. But if you want to learn about all of that, follow Acupuncture is my life on every social media platform. Sit with an acupuncturist and they'll explain it to you. Because a lot of people turn to a morning cup of coffee to get their bowels moving. But you don't want to do that if you're struggling with bouts of diarrhea. Because we're looking at the potential risk for dehydration as well. Because when you have diarrhea, I mean, your body's releasing enormous amounts of fluid. And you have to replace that. And not with coffee, with water. Or even electrolyte infused drinks. You know, I mean, these things are important. But a lot of people are shocked with some of the podcasts that go up, simple things in life that, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. And we love it here at Acupuncture is my life when you contact us, when you follow us on social media and leave comments and we respond to them. You can benefit so much from acupuncture. So much. Another group of people are people with epilepsy, because coffee consumption can increase your frequency of experiencing or bouts with seizures. So you have to be careful. You have to be very, very careful. Another group of individuals are kids under 12. Now I'm noticing more and more children consuming coffee. Really? Really? Kids under 12, why is that necessary? Someone, and no one has been able to give me a solid answer as to why their child under 12 is drinking coffee. Some have said, because they see me do it, so I figured it was okay. Wow. I mean, I don't recommend it. Because caffeine in kids sends their heart rate through the roof. It increases their feelings of anxiety. They experience difficulty in concentrating, and it also upsets their stomach. Does your child really need coffee? And if you want, be proactive in research it as well. Speak to your child's doctor, the pediatrician, and an acupuncturist to determine if it's necessary that your child have coffee. Another is individuals with acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux, GERD. Because when it comes to acupuncture, this can be a sign of, let's say, liver qi stagnation, overacting on the stomach, or spleen and stomach yang deficiency with empty cold. It goes on and on. Because caffeine has a tendency to loosen your lower esophageal sphincter. And that's the valve. That's the valve that keeps your stomach acid from backing up into the esophagus. And when stomach acid goes up into the esophagus, this is when people so-called experience heartburn. So if you experience bouts of acid reflux or GERD, you may want to try getting away from coffee and then making adjustments to your diet first and foremost. Because if you properly adjust your diet, then you'll be able to tolerate 1 cup of coffee a day. This is why Eastern nutrition is important. This is why hundreds of thousands tune into the Eastern Nutrition episode to listen to information handed down to us from Chef Kiara. And many, many, many benefit from those episodes. We get non-stop thank yous. I didn't know that. What if? When? Why? And we engage in Eastern nutrition coaching sessions via telehealth with individuals around the planet. But GERD has a lot to do with your diet, sleep patterns. Are you dehydrated as well? It's a disorder that can be addressed. The root cause. Again, this is why I say sit with an acupuncturist. So they can get to the root of your problem and address that. And you could go back to drinking or enjoying a cup of coffee a day. But it's about being proactive. That's what it's all about. You are what you eat. Health is wealth. Many people are amazed with what acupuncture can do. Just again, do me a favor. Close your eyes if you're sitting at a desk, standing or lying down. Not driving, not crossing the street, lifting things. That's an exception. Just close your eyes for a second and say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And then open your eyes. And boom, there you go. And until next time, acupuncture is my life. What's yours?